Hello everyone, my name is Thomas and you are on my lettercraft channel. If you are interested in letter crafting, probably you can find some valuable information on my channel. So I would be glad for your subscription. Today I'm going to answer your questions you asked me for this Q&A session on Instagram. Thanks for your questions, but I won't be able to answer every question as this video would be way too long. Okay, let's go to the point and start this session. As every job, it has cons and pros. I definitely like it. It's the best job, if I can call it a job, that I ever had. Creating things with your hands and then people love it, it gives you a special feeling of fulfillment. I believe every artisan has it. I also like being my own boss. I work when I want. I can make my day in a way I want. It's also creative and multi-partial. Videos, photography, crafting, creating new designs, and etc. The main con is the lack of social relationships with human beings, as most of my time in the workshop I spent only with my cats. For a while all my leather except Harwin shell cordon comes from beltsproduction.com. No doubt, quality leather. You can make nice quality crafts with not the best tools, but you can't make nice crafts with the best tools in the world and shitty leather. I started and for a long time used cheap Chinese tools and still using some of them. For leather I always looked for a quality at first, not the price. Okay, here is a background story. It wasn't something I took much consideration with the marketing aspect, it happened more organic. I was fat kid and for sure friends called me Storas, which in Lithuanian means fat, big. Later maybe I wasn't so fat but the nickname lasted. Something around 2012-2013 we were making videos with friends where we, for example, bet on how many boiled eggs I can eat at once. These videos I called Storo Virtuvėlė, which means Fat Man's Kitchen. Later when I started leather crafting, I just call my workshop Storo Dirbtuvėlė, which stands for Fat Man's Workshop. And later when I got more into world's market, I just left it STR Handmade. Hog logo is from my other nickname given by friends back in the childhood, Pumbaa, which is a character from Lion King. And above the head of hog is one of the earliest symbols of Lithuania, which represents my country. If you are still guessing how many eggs I ate, the bet was if I can eat 30 boiled eggs, each of my friends will drink a glass of sunflower oil. If I eat 40, we will empty 1 liter bottle of sunflower oil. I ate 40 eggs. And oil was also very tasty. For all leather crafters, shell cordon is some kind of holy grail. I was excited to get it for the first time as well, and I remember how afraid I was to cut it for the first time. You probably will buy it online, so you won't be able to look at it before you get it. But keep in mind, it probably will have some minor scratches or any other minor flaws. But if there would be a possibility to check pieces before I buy, I would check for surface quality and overall density of the piece. First thing, don't expect it will be 100% successful and understand that it may take years to make sufficient sales. Make a mindset that it does not happen quickly. But the good thing here that you don't need much space and much investment to start, you can start it at home as a side hustle after your main job and develop your skills over time. Other thing I want to mention, Don't mess with your customers, especially with the first ones. Feedback in online business is everything. If they don't like something, take responsibility and make them happy at whatever cost, even if you think the customer is wrong. Invest time and learn photography skills. First of all, you are selling the image of your product. Before I started leather crafting, my imagination about photography was the better camera is, the better photos it makes, and it doesn't matter who presses the button. But I was totally wrong. And focus on quality in general. And with time, you will get more and more sales. I would be if there weren't better ones, but thank you. I'm not big fan of vlogs as they are just videos about nothing, and I'm not good enough with my English to talk interesting about nothing. But I'll keep in mind an idea for a video of my casual day in workshop. It's hard to say, it depends on what crafts I have in order sequence. Some card holders are quite easy to make and I can make several of them per day. Crafts such as bifold wallets can take a whole day to make. Other thing, which usually doesn't count into crafting time but takes a big chunk of time in business processes, is creating shipping labels, packing, taking photos, editing photos for daily social media stuff, and etc. But to answer your question with an example, these last crafts I posted in my last video were made in about 3-4 days. Usually I'm carrying something for testing purpose. Now I'm carrying these Rocado card holders to check how Rocado shell develops patina. But if I would have to choose my favorite, I'll probably take pouch or shroud card holder. I would rather answer not the best, but what I like the most. For thickness I would say 1.2mm, 1.4mm, and for firmness I like Pueblo leather firmness, which is something in the middle. I always mark and adjust the holes if needed before punching. Check this video to catch what I mean. And one more thing to keep in mind, the less corner radius, the harder it is to make the stitch looking smooth. I started with a Facebook page back in the days 5-6 years ago in a local market. It was a bit easier to reach users with just posting craft photos, and if photo get likes, it spreads organic. Also, I created an Etsy shop and over time I got some orders there and step by step it grew. But if you want a tip from me, it's for any online business, no matter what your product is. Invest time and learn photography skills. First of all, you are selling the image of your product. Hope it was interesting for you. If so, in future we could make more Q&A videos. Would be glad if you could support my channel by purchasing any of my crafts or PDF templates at my webshop strhandmade.com. Please press the like button for YouTube algorithm. Thanks for watching and see you next time. Bye!